Hi and welcome back to Wick's training journey. Now, this is week 10. Wick turned 17 weeks old, and it feels like quite a monumental milestone moment for us both. It's really interesting to look back at that very first video where I had like an 8-week-old puppy in my arms and I was all excited about getting started with training, and here we are so far down the journey. I know we've got loads more to cover and so many different things that he still needs to learn, but it's really important to take that time back to reflect on what we've already achieved and the fun we've had along the way, to be perfectly honest. So this week I have spent an awful lot of time just focusing on the skills that we've already started to build, just enhancing that, but we did come across an interesting challenge I wasn't necessarily expecting. But that's what dog training is all about, right? Keep watching to find out what happens. We started the week in Rishton, where Wick practised his balance on this flat stone wall. Even with a drop to the side, he was totally unfazed. He's becoming so sure-footed and confident with different heights and surfaces, which is brilliant for his overall development. Now, I really just want to talk you through this particular clip. Wick met his very first horse, which was a bit of a learning curve for both of us. Now, initially, he was definitely a little bit uncertain, but with a bit of encouragement and a slight pull on the lead, he was quite happy to move forward and get closer towards the horse. You can see that he's quite stiff, he's got his eye on the horse, and he was relatively chilled out until the horse became a lot closer to us, at which point he freaked out. Okay. I took some time to reassure him because I didn't want him to panic. So we took a step back, we settled ourselves, and then we stepped a little bit closer. I put Wick into a sit next to me because I was adamant he was going to end this experience on a positive note. I didn't want him to associate seeing the horse with just completely freaking out and then us leaving the field. Instead, I wanted him to spend some time just sitting calmly, observing the horse, not trying to get too close. I don't need them up to each other. They don't need to say hello to each other. I just wanted him to take in the sights, the sounds, the smells that this other animal was bringing into his environment. He definitely didn't want to leave my side, and he wanted a little bit of reassurance from me, so I was more than happy to provide that. I'm not concerned that he is nervous. I don't expect him to just handle everything that's thrown at him. Resilience is actually built from those tiny bits of stress and pressure. He knows that he can be confronted with something that he's not sure of, and he knows that he can handle it no matter what happens. My favourite coffee shop was closed on Tuesday, which meant that I had to go somewhere else, and it was a fantastic opportunity to take Wick to a new environment. So it was a beautiful day. We sat outside this particular cafe right by the door. People were coming in, going out, and there were also people passing by directly by our table on the street. So there was an awful lot of exposure for him, and Wick did a fantastic job of remaining in a down. I'm not commanding him to, he is choosing to. That is where he is happy and relaxed. The only time he got up and moved was when my husband came back to our table with our drinks, at which point he got up, not a problem, investigated, and went for a little bit of an ear scratch. And who can blame him, to be perfectly honest? One of the things that I find most fun about training Wick at this age is seeing what things I can get him to do comfortably. So as we passed this bus stop, I thought, hey, I wonder if I can get him to sit on the bench and just chill out while the world goes by. It's not a super busy road, but it's busy enough with people walking up and down, either on their own, with children, on bikes, with dogs, cars going by, and he was more than happy to just sit on the bench and observe. Here, actually, a chihuahua was walking past and he was absolutely fine with it, just wanted to see what was going on, had no desire to jump down and investigate, and that's exactly the sort of thing that I'm looking for. I mentioned last week that we have got issues with regards to Wick's lead pulling. It's not fixed by any stretch of the imagination, but we are starting to make some progress. Here, he's still walking ahead, but he is coming back when I put the lead pressure on. So we're continuing to work on it and I will report back. As we were on one of our evening walks, I noticed that Darwen Cricket Club had a match going on, and I thought it was a fantastic opportunity to just stick our noses in and see what was going on. So we sat on the outskirts, but here it was quite busy. There were obviously people on the pitch, I'm assuming it's a pitch, playing cricket. Balls are flying around all over the place, and Wick is just happy to observe what's happening. He's not barking, he's not trying to get involved, he's not being aroused by all the movement. He is just taking it all in. And again, this is exactly what I am looking for at this stage. I'm very conscious as I look back at some of the videos that I have already uploaded that there's a lot of training things going on with Wick and not a lot of him just playing. So here is a video of him off lead in Darwen Town Centre one evening with his mum, Margot. They're just running around. They're able to behave exactly as they want to. He's not under any command whatsoever. I'm just giving him the experience to dog because that is so vital as well. I mean, training is really important, but allowing him the ability to move freely within a new environment, explore it in ways that he wouldn't be able to do if he was under command or on lead, and just have some fun with his mum is really so beneficial. And it was great to see them just running around. He's getting bigger and bigger. There's only about an inch between them now in height, which is terrifying given his age. But I look to see how he develops and how their relationship grows as he gets older. What would a weekly vlog be without another video of Wick sitting outside a supermarket watching the world go by? Yes, it's boring, not a lot's happening, but again, fantastic evidence of him really chilling out. He's not under command at all. If he wanted to get up, he could do. I'm still just observing how he feels comfortable and is reacting to the environment around him. And as you can see, he's still not remotely bothered by anything. Pushchairs, trolleys, people walking. We've gotten over our fear of people on crutches and walking sticks. I have nothing but praise for this pup. He is doing such an astounding job. He makes me look like a really good dog trainer. I love him. To burn off some of that Malinois energy, we spent some time on the Flirt pole. This is great for building his prey drive in a controlled way, which will be foundational for his future bite work. He is so athletic and focused when he is in work mode. I don't know about him, but I definitely find it hard work and I'm ready for a nap after we've had a good play session. After all that excitement, I decided it was a good opportunity to just sit down in the grass. It was a beautiful evening and just sitting down, chilling out, not doing anything was a really great bonding moment for the two of us. We have so many other dogs that getting one-on-one time with Wick when we're not actually working on something or building his engagement or trying to learn new tricks or commands is really challenging. So just to sit down and play and let him be a puppy and explore just me and him was really, really enjoyable. And it's something I probably need to make the effort to build more time into our daily, if certainly not weekly, routine. Whilst we were sitting down calmly, I figured it was a good chance to actually do a bit of a health inspection. Checking his teeth and ears and handling his paws is something that we do regularly, just to make sure that he is comfortable with grooming and vet handling. He was so relaxed and trusting throughout the whole process. It's the first time that we've done it outside, and obviously here he's off lead. He can easily get away if he wants to, but he's just accepting the handling because he is getting really quite used to it now. I'm forever fiddling around with him. He's probably bored of it if we're being entirely honest, but it stands him in good stead for when a nurse wants to just check him over and we eventually get down to clipping those nails. And finally, we finished the week with a bit of impromptu agility on the picnic benches at the service station. He hopped right up and walked across without a second thought. He is always looking for the next challenge.